Goiania, a small town located in the center of Brazil, was home to one of the most devastating nuclear accidents in history. Lady das Neves was a happy and curious 6-year-old girl who lived in the small town of Goiania, Brazil. She loved playing outside and exploring her surroundings. Her parents were loving and hardworking, and they did their best to provide for their family. One day, in September 1987, two men named Roberto and Wagner were scavenging for scrap metal in an abandoned hospital in Goiania. They came across a machine that contained a glowing blue substance. They had no idea what it was, but they thought it might be valuable, so they decided to sell it to a local scrap dealer. The scrap dealer was intrigued by the glowing substance and decided to take it home to show his family. He had no idea that the substance was actually Cesium-137, a highly radioactive material that could cause severe harm to anyone who came into contact with it. When the scrap dealer's daughter saw the glowing substance, she was fascinated by it. She even put some of it in her mouth, thinking it was candy. She soon became sick, and her parents took her to a hospital in Goiania. At the hospital, doctors were puzzled by the girl's symptoms. She had burns on her skin and was experiencing nausea and vomiting. They had never seen anything like it before, and they were at a loss as to what was causing her illness. Meanwhile, the scrap dealer had given some of the Cesium-137 to his friend, Deva, who was a metal worker. Deva took the substance to his workshop and showed it to his wife, Gabriela, and their 6-year-old daughter, Lady. Lady was immediately drawn to the glowing substance and asked if she could play with it. Deva agreed, thinking it was harmless, but within hours, Lady began to experience symptoms similar to those of the scrap dealer's daughter. Gabriela and Deva took Lady to the hospital, where she was diagnosed with severe radiation sickness. Her parents were devastated, and they prayed for a miracle. Over the next few days, Lady's condition continued to worsen. She was in excruciating pain, and her parents could do nothing but watch as their beloved daughter suffered. The doctors did everything they could to save Lady's life, but it was too late. On October 23, 1987, just a few days after being admitted to the hospital, Lady das Neves died from radiation sickness. The news of Lady's death spread quickly throughout Goiania. People were shocked and horrified by what had happened. The town was in chaos, and residents were scrambling to get their families and themselves tested for radiation exposure. The Brazilian government eventually stepped in to help the town deal with the aftermath of the nuclear accident. They cleaned up the contaminated areas and provided medical care for those who had been affected. Lady's death was a tragedy that could have been avoided. If the scavengers had known what they were dealing with, they would have never taken the Cesium-137 in the first place. If the scrap dealer had been aware of the danger, he would have never brought it home to show his family. And if Deva had known the consequences of his actions, he would have never let his daughter play with the glowing substance. The Goiania nuclear accident serves as a reminder of the dangers of nuclear radiation and the importance of taking proper safety measures when dealing with radioactive materials. Lady das Neves may be gone, but her memory lives on as a symbol of the tragic consequences of nuclear accidents.